Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, and welcome in to episode number 251 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Thursday of bets. Hump day was yesterday. Today is Thursday. Got, the dates just kind of blend together for me. Also known as, so you don't have to check your calendar, last day of March the 31st, 2022. Can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, catch some good vibes. I promise you, they are inbound today. I got one hell of a show on tap for you today. I got some shit to get off my chest. But before we get all into that and get some good vibes, positivity, love flowing, because you know what comes here at this show, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL pod on. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping from that YouTube channel, like the Wise Words podcast yesterday at 12 p.m. Central Time. Or if you're watching on one of the TTL's social platforms, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button there so you don't miss any of the additional social media content. Or if you are listening to the show on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there too if you haven't already, as I do release the audio of every single episode after each live show is complete. Next item up on the docket. Hey, you can be so kind, you can find it in your heart to do so. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it when you do. Maybe hit that other like button. Leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over in the live chat if you are watching live. You know I love connecting with you live on the show and building the TTL community, as well as, hey, maybe hit that share button. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the damn globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned ticket cashing degenerate, because that's what I am here at the TTL Pod, and I can't thank you enough for all those things, because it only helps me make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, head on over down there to this episode's description, where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the TalkingTheLine.com website, all of the additional social platforms I just mentioned, and all of the additional content like blogs and additional shows outside of this here show, so you can consume all of that in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, joining me for episode number 251 of the Talking the Line podcast, I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Cappin Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out, get some picks, insights, analysis, and you know the drill by now. Dive into more rabbit holes than we'll all be able to keep track of together. Now, before we cross the old yesterday's best bets of the day bridge, full transparency show here at the TTL Pod, I realize I've been forgetting to do something. I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious, but I haven't been doing something, and I think that's why these old tickets haven't been cashing on the old TTL Pod. So first thing I'm going to do here today, lift those mugs up high, baby. And to me and to thee, sipping on that beautiful black elixir of the gods on this gorgeous Thursday of bets. Take your sip, I'll be right back. Whoa, hey, that's a two-sipper, hold on. Woo-hoo! Oh, child, please. I'm going to need to come back to that a couple more times, so y'all going to have to bear with me, because that is a quality cup of joe. Okay, now, back to those best bets of the day from yesterday. Not the best day from your boy. It's been a little bit of a weird week for me. I don't know what's going on. I'm reading lines. I'm doing the same things I'm doing. It is what it is. It's one of those weeks in the sports gambling, in the space, in the industry. If you are involved in hammering in plays for any amount of time, you'll run into days like this from time to time. It just is what it is, or even a few days string back to back to back. And I was due for it. I was absolutely killing. I think I had like 2 bad days out of 14, and I was just absolutely killing. So not to say that yesterday wasn't a bad day, but it's a terrible day, but it's definitely not the day that I want to bring you guys at all, and I don't like bringing it negative. So we're going to get that corrected today, but obviously all about transparency here with your boy Cappin Colt. So real quick, let's go back into the past and recap Wednesday's best bets of the day for March the 30th, 2022. Shebang, live on your screen. Yeah, tis what it is. 1-3 on the day for your boy. That Wednesday parlay pop-off never even stood a chance. The Boston Celtics -5. Should have known as I started to the day started to wear on. I started to see more and more people on the Celtics -5. I started to get a little bit more nervous about it. Saw that again with the Canucks. More and more people started rolling on the Canucks, and it just did not end up being that way. Shout out my man Andrew McKinnis. Cashed the over 6 on that one as well. I didn't end up tracking that one, but I did cash that, so shout out my man. Like that on Twitter. And then San Jose versus Arizona, the one ticket that gets to the pay window, but it's actually a plus money, so it helped us out a little bit there. That one was 3-2 very, very late. I think 3 minutes left in the game. Went up to 4-2. And then with 30 seconds left, I think, Arizona was winning. Arizona dumped one stupid in the back of the net and ended up going 5-2, and we got it over. I told you it felt very similar to the play before with Columbus that I did on Tuesday, but I didn't think it was going to be that sweaty. So there you go. There you have it. All of my best bets of the day from yesterday, March the 30th, 2022. Now, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of all that. And I ain't got a whole lot to blab about. We got plenty to get through here today, plenty to discuss. We got college basketball, the NIT championship game. We also got the little bit of an NBA slate, not a huge NBA slate, only 5 games on tap, but I'll break them all down for you. Decent sized NHL slate. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 games on tap there, so we got plenty to talk about. Overall, would be 15 games, so nothing too major. And I actually only have one best bet of the day. It's obviously coming from college basketball because you know me, mid-major king, I got to get one last shot here to hammer in as much college basketball as I can. I'm gearing up for MLB. I've been doing some extra research. I can't wait to start dishing out picks to you guys and diving back into some of the MLB because, oh man, am I ready to get my lick back from last year. So, all that being said, before we dive into the first half of the show here, let me get the old face rag here from behind me. All right, there we go. I'm worried that was going to fall off. Now, I just saw it in the corner. I had to get it. So, before we get into first segment of the day, Board Walkin with Cappin Colt, where we break down every single game on tap, I wanted to do a little something new real quick. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wild. But this episode of the Talking the Line podcast is brought to you by Ether Brews. That's right. Etherbrews.com, ETHRBREWS.com. Mint yourself a brew. Join one of the best communities in the NFT space. An extremely, extremely, extremely misunderstood space that I will be talking about in full passion later on in the show. And I can't wait to dive into that rabbit hole as well as some other stuff. If you want some nonsense, I suggest you stick around for the second half of the show. But shout out Ether Brews. Appreciate you. Got a new little logo up there in the top. Shout out my man Duncan. Hooked it up. We appreciate you, dude, and can't wait to see what TTL and Ether Brews can do together in Web 2 and Web 3. So there you go, there you have it. We'll be rolling out more stuff in the future, but hey, there you go. Just wanted to shout them out. Check them out, Ether Brews, ETHRBREWS.com. Okay, my friends, quick sip of agua. And I'm ready to get into it. So, without further ado, I already got the screen pulled up. I got to go to the old full screen mode here, so 1 segundo, my friends. That's 1 second for you non-Spanish speaking viewers out there. Okay, here we go, my friends. Let me share this screen again for you so we're all on the same page. Bang, bow, boom, pow, pop. NBA right on the top of your screen. Man, does that just everything right there? That is a quality image. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's got the old, the yellows and the greens and the reds and the blue up on the top and the back. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. That's a quality image. All right. Enough blabbing, Colt. Let's get into it, they say. All right. I'm sorry, everybody. Here we go. First game up on tap. Oh, we don't want that. Get out of the way. Here we go. First game up on tap, my friends. Tipping off 6:10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We got the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Detroit Pistons. Rotation number 581, 582. Right now you can see it. Majority of the tickets, just a little over majority, 5% over, 55%. And then a boatload of the handle, 82% coming in on Philadelphia minus 9.5. I did see it trickle up to 10 in some places this morning, but looks like it's holding firm around that 9.5. That does give me concern. I always like to tell you guys, when you see that 82%, I know that kind of looks like a sharp play, but more screams monetary liability, if I do say so myself. With that being that much money, try saying that 5 times fast. With there being that much money on Philadelphia's spread and this line being completely frozen, what I tell you, the ice cube in the back of your freezer, that's what this line is right now. I don't think you really need to worry about getting involved with Philadelphia. If I'm getting involved, I'm going to fade that monetary liability. I'm going to back Detroit. Detroit has played upset kids a lot lately, but I don't know why the books aren't honoring that if that is the case. Oh, I apologize. I'm looking totally wrong right there. That's on the over. The Detroit... Sorry, I apologize. The Detroit Pistons are actually getting all the action right now. The over is getting the action. 55% of bets, 82% of money. Hey, sorry, I got to get the glasses on here this morning. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Over is getting the action in that game. I would actually say that is not as much severe monetary liability. I feel pretty safe about that. But Detroit, 65% of bets and 72% of money on that plus 9.5. That's why everything was seeming real weird to me. I saw that different earlier, and I was like, why has this flipped? So now it was just backwards than it usually is. Okay, I'm all good. I'm on the same page now. All right. So I like that over. If I'm making a play anywhere, I would probably make a play on the over. Looks like it opened at 223, trickling up to 224 in some spots over at Caesars, 223.5 across the market. So I'd still be interested in getting involved with it, and I don't view it as monetary liability. If you do want to play the spread, though, I recommend Detroit plus the 9.5, but that is a small sprinkle simply because of the monetary liability on it. Moving right along, my friends. Next one up on tap, we got a 6:30 p.m. Central tip-off. This one is actually our Moneyline Dice roll of the day here today. Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are the 2-point home favorite. They opened, you can kind of see there again, as the 1-point favorite at home. But they flipped to 2 3-point dogs overnight, and then they flipped back. So I don't really know what's going on here. 50% of tickets, 60% of money coming in on the Nets in that favorite spot. I think that's the right way to look at it. If I was going to get involved anywhere, I would probably tell you to lay the short spread with the home favorite. But then again, it just feels so doggone easy. I don't know. I'm not too interested in actually getting involved in this game. It's kind of why I made it the Moneyline Dice roll of the day. So I'm not going to waste any more breath. Tune in to the third segment of the day, fourth segment. I don't know, one of them. It's called. Hey, speaking of, I totally forgot. Jiminy Christmas. There we go. This is Board Walkin with Cappin Colt. Yeah, so you know what segment we're on, for crying out loud. I'm all over the map today. Yeah, we'll save this one for the Moneyline Dice roll of the day. We can talk about it a little more in depth. So for the essence of time, next one up on tap. 6:40 p.m. Central Time tip-off. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Atlanta Hawks. The Cavaliers are the 5.5-point road dog. Opened up 4.5-point road dog. Seems very interesting to me. I know Atlanta being the home favorite. The line moving in their favor. Seeing the action. 77% of bets. 82% of money. I don't know. It just feels awfully easy. I know Cleveland hasn't had, they don't have their entire lineup or anything like that, but it just feels awfully easy for the way Atlanta's been playing as of late. And especially with the most recent thing, what have you done for me lately, being in people's minds, is Atlanta's drubbing of Oklahoma City last night, where they put up 85 points in the first half. I don't know. I think everybody's going to be running to lay the wood, and I think the books are kind of setting you up. They're freezing it, looks like, in some spots, Heritage, and then also over at DraftKings, they're freezing it at 6. And you know how I feel when they move stuff over at DraftKings. So I'm going to tell you to take the points with the Cavaliers if you are going to get involved. I'm probably going to stay out of this one overall. You can see there, too, that the over is the severe public side. So maybe think about taking a gander at the under at this point. Opened at 220.5, has been steamed all the way up to 228, down to 227 now on WinBet and Heritage. So maybe a little something to think about there. Maybe, okay, the over was good at like 222 or 223, but maybe we find a nice little middle here. It finishes at 225 or 226, and you can feel confident in taking the under at 228. I think so. I think that's where everybody's head's going to be. Oh, this total's too low, and I'm really anticipating a lot of unders here as the NBA season rolls out. A lot of teams, not to say that they start tanking, but just a lot of teams just quit playing, for crying out loud. So my leans in that game, I would tell you, take the points with Cleveland. That would be the lean, and then even harder of a lean, I would say take that under. I would say this one's just a little bit confusing, but those plays would be 100% fade the public, contrarian plays. So, moving right along, my friends. 7:10 p.m. Central Time tip. Maybe, just maybe, quite possibly, I got a play out of this game, but not one of the best bets of the day. It is on the Board Bender Parlay. So I'm not going to talk too much about this one. We'll talk about it a little bit more in depth. Does scare me right now looking at Chicago as the 2-point home favorite after opening as the 4-point home favorite, despite getting 66% of the tickets and 59% of the handle wagered on their spread. That definitely worries me, but it hasn't seemed to matter as of late for the Chicago Bulls. They've had a scuffle here or there, but overall, when they need to get the job done, they've been able to get it done. So I'm pretty confident in that. I think they continue to roll here, and I think it's a defensive, grind-it-out type of game. The Clippers, they just – and again, what have you done for me lately? Everybody's going to remember the Clippers coming back from a 25-point deficit and beating the Jazz because Donovan Mitchell called a timeout and forced a couple of technical free throws when they didn't have any timeouts. So I think it's a little what have you done for me lately, and I think I'm going to go ahead and firmly get involved with the Bulls. But I won't tell you how yet. You're going to have to stick around for the Board Bender Parlay. Final game out of 5 on tap for the NBA slate today, my friends. I'm just going to start doing that. I'm not going to excuse myself. I'm just going to have to sometimes I'm going to need a sip. Get a little dry throat. It's like fucking Sahara back there. But let's keep it moving. Last game up on tap. I crack myself up sometimes. Sometimes shit just comes out and I don't even think You think this is some different guy. You think this is just somebody who just makes this shit up. Well, I do make this shit up, but nah, this is A1 day one, your boy Cappin Colt. So, hey, I ain't fucking changing. You want something else? My apologies. Last game up on tap, not two more. Last one up on tap. LA Lakers, oh boy, hashtag anybody but the Lakers. Shout out Carl Haskell. They've been an absolute dumpster fire. They actually covered last night. They're going up against Utah tonight. Utah's laying 12.5 in most spots, 13 trickling up in some spot. Well, actually, most spots is 13. 12.5 is the only spot offering it is at Circa. Opened at 9.5, and it has been steamed up to that. 71% of tickets and 100% of the handle coming in on Utah consensus. So, if I'm telling you anything, I don't think that's stay away. Just stay away. Just stay away. Because if you're making a play on this, in the bottom of your heart, you know that you're just pissed off at the Lakers and you just want to bet against them in spite. It's trickling up to 225, 226.5, 227. I'd tell you to get involved in the over, but 69% of the tickets and 92% of the handle definitely kind of worries me. So, I don't know. I would kind of lean towards the under in this spot, actually. But with that movement, it's just like, I don't know what you can buy in basketball, especially with one of the games. Oh, geez, sorry. Apologies. That's tipping off at 9 p.m. Central tonight, too. And obviously, I feel like everybody's going to be fading the Lakers. But do I have the Yones to back them with how terrible they have played? N-O-P-E, period. So, that all being said, my friends, that is the first half, the first of three halves, I guess, whatever you want to say. Board Walkin with Cappin Colt. Let's keep it going. We're moving into the college basketball slate now. Another quick sip. Because I got a doggone plate of dish out for you here, my friends. First of all, I got to come back over here real quick. Let you guys all know what we're doing. Oh, hello. You weren't supposed to see that, but hey, that's all good. And now everything's frozen over here. So wonderful. Just dashing. Just dashing. That's just dashing. All right. So there was some of the various things, kind of how I take my notes. Obviously, if you go back and rewind, you can see that I don't fucking write shit down. I just bullet point shit. And this all, again, just comes out of my fucking face. So, hey, I totally forgot I was sharing the screen, and that was over there. As I popped it up, it's over here now. So, if you did look at it, I'm taking the Xavier Musketeers against the Texas A&M Aggies. I'm taking the Musketeers plus 4. Caught them at plus 4, up to 4.5 in some spots, moving back down to 4. I'm not worried about it either way, whatever it ends up doing. The bottom line is that this line is completely frozen solid. Per action, Texas A&M minus 4.5 is getting 69% of bets, 83% of money last time I looked. You can see it right there on your screen, 62% of bets, 65% of money. I know Texas A&M has been rolling, but at some point in time, it has to be enough. Like, the books have been getting bent over by them, left, right, and center, just making these short lines. And I know multiple people that I respect in the industry that took Washington State against the Aggies because of that was such an easy line. Now I think they're moving this up a little bit, and it's a bit of a setup. The line's frozen, my friends, and when it's seeing all that money, all that action, all the bets, all the handle, and you're not seeing really any true hard movement, up a hook is not bothering me whatsoever. So the line movement is what really drew me into this one. However, there are a couple key things that really solidified my position as far as taking Xavier plus the 4, plus the 4.5. And number one is tempo. I think the Musketeers are going to boat race the Aggies. They're 97th in adjusted tempo per KenPom, whereas the Aggies are 199th in adjusted tempo. The Aggies like to slow it down, but I really just don't think that's going to be the case. This total up at 137, 138.5, depending on where you're looking. And I smile because those have been the key totals this year in college basketball. When you look at a tempo differential, like this, and everybody's thinking, oh, the Aggies, the more dominant, the favorite team, they're going to slow it way down. I've done it myself this year, betting against that trend, against this exact Xavier Musketeers team. I will not do it in the postseason. The Musketeers are going to cook all day, and they're going to try everything in their whole power to get this total over, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we see it. I also think we see maybe I got to play on the total later. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I gave away a little something there. But as far as the Musketeers plus 4.5, the reason why I think they're going to dominate this game is they just match up so well as far as with an SEC team like Texas A&M compared to all of these other lackluster teams that the Aggies have been playing in the NIT. Why do I say that? Xavier is 22nd in height rating per KenPom. Texas A&M is 296th. I apologize. So, like, obviously, you see that. I had to double check my work. Xavier's just a bigger team. They're the more physical team. I firmly believe they're going to win the hustle balls, the 50-50 balls, all those little stats, all those things that matter in these games. I just think they're going to win those today, and that's going to, in turn, allow them to get this cover, if not win the game outright. But if you don't believe me, my friends, just believe a couple key trends. Texas A&M, 7-20 against the number last 27 Thursday games. 1-5 against the number last 6 Thursday games, so you get a little bit more tighter there for you. Xavier, 39-17-4 against the number last 60 Thursday games. 10-2 against the number their last 12 Thursday games. Again, big sample size and then a smaller one for you as well. Huge sample size here. Xavier's 35-14-2 against the number their last 51 as a neutral site dog, and they are 11-4 straight up. That's right, 11-4 straight up their last 15 games against an SEC opponent. Give me all of the Xavier Musketeers, plus 4.5, plus 4, wherever you're seeing it. Do your line shopping for my one and only best bet of the day. Okie doke, artichokes. I will get to other stuff later. I actually I messed up. So I spent a lot of time on the other game, the Fresno State and the Coastal Carolina. You say, Colt, what other game? There is no other game there. Exactly. It's tomorrow. Spent like 15, 20 minutes writing out this good analysis, doing all this, doing all that. I was all hyped up. I was like, oh, hell yeah, this one's going right to the pay window. And then I typed in covers, and I typed in Wager Talk. I said, well, where's the game? Where's the game? So then I typed in Google. I said, where is the Fresno State and Coastal Carolina game being played? And then it says something along the lines of being pushed to Friday. And I said, oh, no. So then I scrambled around, looked around. I said, nah, I'm not going to put anything out as a best bet in that regard because I was probably going to do one more as an NHL. But I had some ones that I was just very staunch on as far as something I wanted to put on the Board Bender Parlay. So we'll talk about all that here in just a minute. But just wanted to get that off my chest. Got to be fully transparent with you guys. Maybe we do have the college basketball game covered tomorrow as well. Who knows? But for now, my friends, we keep on scrolling down, and we move into the NHL slate of the day. We'll put it right in the middle of the screen. You see them there. The, 2, 4, 6, 9 games up on tap. So let's start things off. First things first, with the New Jersey Devils and the Boston Bruins. Rotation number 31 and 32. 6:05 is the puck drop on this bad boy. Boston is obviously the heavy home favorite. Open is 270 home favorite, down to 230, 240 across the market right now. I'll talk about it more in the Board Bender Parlay, but everybody is dishing out Boston minus 1.5 here today. Regardless of if they're a hockey sharp or not, they are hammering in the minus 1.5. And you know my saying, when everybody zigs, I zag, so just maybe we might have a play on the opposite side. Who knows, who the hell am I? So I'm going to save a little bit of that, and then we'll get into that once we get to the Board Bender Parlay. So next one up, rotation number 33-34. Winnipeg Jets against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs, another heavy home favorite. No real value in this one for me. I tried to kind of look high and low. I would say that the over is probably the valuable side here. I think this is a little bit of a back-and-forth shootout for sure. Might even see a little bit of a late third period tie ball game, 3-3, up 4-3, tied 4-4, and then it ends up just absolutely blowing over. So I could see that happening here. I'm just not completely sold on it because it is 66% of bets, 63% of money. So if anything, I'm telling you to go ahead and take that over as a lean of mine, but I do not have an official play out of this game. Next one up. Could use another sip. Well, that's quality. Next one up. 35 and 36. Columbus Blue Jackets against the New York Islanders. Another heavy home favorite. No real interest in either puck line here on this side. It does seem like the over is getting the bets. Not sure how much of the tickets in this case, but Columbus getting not Columbus, rather. The money is on the over. Maybe actually they're not. No, they're just showing straight up split. There is no total split there. So that is New York Islanders getting 60% of the tickets, but Columbus is getting 79% of the money. So with them being an underdog, that's very interesting. I say write Columbus down as a live dog option for you here tonight. If they come out, they look good. If it drops down to 145 or some shit, hammer it in. But where it sits right there, I'm just not overly confident in it. And if I look at the book right now, I don't think those plus 1.5 odds are probably going to be somewhere up around minus 200 if I was a betting man. But I'm not 100% sure. Where are we at? Here we go. Okay. Actually, no, I apologize. They are not. They're in a different spot. I totally forgot what the hell's going on here. Okay, so I'm actually going to talk about this game a little while longer. Not a little while longer. A little while later, I actually got an additional play out of this matchup because I saw something on that puck line, actually. That's very intriguing. I totally forgot that I did that. So stick around for the Board Bender Parlay. Next one up on tap. Number 37-38, 6:05 puck drop again. Montreal Habs, Les Habitants. The Canadiens going up against the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes are the heavy home favorite. You can see that. Habs plus 2.5 on the puck line now, it looks like, across the market, but getting minus 144 juice on that. So having to pay a couple of quarters, just a quarter and a couple of nickels, I guess. Either way, I'd say avoid this one altogether. They're giving you plus money, plus 104 on FanDuel at the over 6.5. So a little something to think about as to why they would be doing that with what seems like it's going to be kind of a complete shutout of Carolina or of Montreal. I could see like a 5-1 game, 5-2 game for sure. So why would they be giving you plus money? So maybe the Habs do something wild and win this game 2-0. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you I'm avoiding this game altogether 150%. So next one up. Chicago Blackhawks against the Florida Panthers. This one also, too, I mean, we all know it. The Hawks haven't been worth a hot damn. It's actually pretty much the identical puck line split, plus 2.5, plus minus 2.5, minus 144, plus 120 that it was just on the Habs and the Canadiens. So, I'm sorry, that's the same team. The Hurricanes and the Canadiens. That's why I said H twice. So I kind of feel the same. It sucks to say that the Hawks and the Habs, like my team, and then my gambling babies, my darlings, are both just shit this year. Terrible, awful, garbage, and, you know, I love them. We'll see. Maybe you might see me live in primetime at a Chicago Blackhawks game sometime soon. I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe things are in the works. Maybe they're not. I have no idea, but only a few games left up on tap. Who has it? Who knows? Who knows? But what I do know is I will not be getting involved in this game. Would avoid it with a 10-foot pole and all of your bankroll at all costs. Next one up, 41-42, Pittsburgh Penguins against the Minnesota Wild. The Wild are the minus 115 favorite. It opened up as a pick'em, obviously, minus 110, and now it's kind of just been steamed up a little bit. No real reason to try and get involved on the puck line. I think there's going to be a back-and-forth shootout. I don't really know who wins this one, to tell you the truth. Both teams are kind of in similar positions, and both teams are playing really, really well right now. If I was a rambling gambler, man, I think the defense steps up. Pittsburgh has really stepped up defensively in their last few games, and the under has really been their trend here as of late. So if I'm leaning anywhere, actually, man, that's actually a harder lean than I thought it would be. Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild, under 6.5. I'm going to add that to the bet slip. I might end up locking that in, but so far on this whole thing, outside of my additional Board Bender Parlay plays, that's been one that I'm very interested in getting involved with. So there you go. There you have it. 3 more. Oh, about to drop my phone. 3 more up on tap. 8:05 puck drop. LA Kings, Calgary Flames. I'm going to save some breath that I'm going to want back on my deathbed and just go ahead and skip this one altogether. Let's move right on to 45-46. That thing is going to be a stinker. I have no interest in LA versus Calgary whatsoever. 45-46, San Jose, Colorado. San Jose just got throttled by the worst team in the league, quite possibly. And I don't think there's much argument. The Arizona Coyotes, they got throttled 5-2 by them boys last night. And now they stay on the road, not a long road trip, just Arizona to Colorado, but they stay on the road after that, and now they play one of the best teams in the league in Colorado. I don't know. This one doesn't feel like a setup to me at all. It feels like Colorado is absolutely going to torch the Sharks. I'd be interested at the -1.5. It looks like -140 is the odds. I love anywhere you see like a -140 to -160 on a puck line, whether that be the dog, whether that be the favorite. It always seems to have some solid value. I know you got to pay a couple of quarters, but it's okay, man. It ain't that big of a deal. I don't typically like paying over or more than 2 quarters in a nickel. 155, 160, it's pushing it. You get into 170, miss me with that shit. You're giving out consistent bets on 165, miss me with that shit. But like if this opens up at 140, it steams to 160. Sorry, you got to pay an extra couple dimes, but I absolutely love that. So that's just kind of where my head's at with that one. I like the Avs -1.5 at the paying the juice, -140. Last but not least, Dallas Stars, Texas hockey against the Anaheim Ducks. Texas has got to get their to wits about them and start to continue to win in some games to have a playoff push here. If I'm going anywhere, I'm going with them, but I just told you, I'm not. -182 is their money line. I'm not eating chalk like that. -170, you see it across the market there. -175, starting to trickle up. They're giving you the -1.5 at plus odds for a reason. It's +146 on FanDuel right now. They obviously want you to hammer that in. I think they might be up like 4-2, and then at the last second, like last night, 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left, the Ducks dump something in, and it's a 4-3 finish, and you pull your hair out and throw your sports book across the entire room, that being your phone. Now, I want to save you that hassle and having to go to Verizon or T-Mobile or wherever tomorrow and get yourself a new phone. Just stay out of this damn game. Check out the other value that I've already dished out for you. So, bingo, bango, zingo, zango, 15 games up on tap, under 30 minutes. That means less than 2 minutes of breakdown. What do you know about that, baby? We got through the whole damn thing. Nothing as far as totals. I don't know jack squadoodle about the Euro League. Not jack shit about Brazilian basketball either. And I sure as hell can't tell you about the KBL or the NPB. Now, right now, the Valero Texas Open is going on. Do have a little bit of sprinkles. Shout out Colin Wilson. Ended up tailing a play of his this morning. I ended up hammering in Siwoo Kim to lead after 1. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to look at it. Hey, jump in the comments. Let me know where he is. But I'm not going to jinx it for myself right now because it seems when my tickets cash, I leave them be. I trust the process and I leave them be. So, there you go, my friends. That is all of today's best bets of the day and board walking with Cappin Colt. Okay, my friends, there you go. There you have it. Let me make sure I can get rid of that. I think we should be good to go there. Just about to get into the special play of the day. We'll hit the Moneyline Dice. Little Rants Reactions, Crypto Corner. That's going to be a good one. Get ready for that. And then also Motivation Minutes. That's going to be a good one, too. Get ready for that. Because you know, news to me. But the only reason why I do this is for money and for clout and for a paycheck. Not to spread good love and positivity and vibes and you know, everything I say is bullshit. I'm not a positive force in the industry. You know, hey, news to me, right? But hey, who am I? What do I know? I'm just going to keep spreading love and positivity and sharing that with you guys. So, 'tis what it is, but we'll talk about all that here in the second half of the show. Can't wait, because I'll never run from it. But we'll keep it moving, keep it grooving. Next segment up on tap. Special play of the day, the Board Bender Parlay, my friends. Paying out plus 906 odds, 4 legs on this bad boy. And I'm just going to dish them right out to you here, my friends. Oh, doggone it. I need that screen still up here. I just realized that I still need that screen up. So, 1 second, my friends, because I'm going to have to pull that. I just realized, like, why did I close that? I'm really going to need that here in a second so you guys can recap all of the best bets of the day with me. So, let me do that. Let me do this so it's already ready to rock and roll and we ain't got to jack with it and yada, 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 yada. Okay, now I don't know why it did that. Okay, now we're in business. All right, Board Bender Parlay, my friends. Here we go. 4 legs on that bad boy. We're going back to the matchup between the Xavier Musketeers and the Texas A&M Aggies, and I kind of teased it a little bit in my +4, +4.5 play. Taking the over, 137.5. I have been in this spot multiple times where you look at the two teams involved. Oh, there's going to be a defensive matchup, yada, yada, yada. As a matter of fact, done it with Xavier as one of the teams involved in my pick, and I will simply not do it again. The tempo is what it comes down to me, or what it comes down to for me, rather. I know that the Aggies like to play slow-paced ball, but I just don't think the Musketeers are going to allow them to do that. I think it is full throttle, all go, all gas, no brakes, 3 balls, 2s, left, right, and center, get out, stretch the legs in transition, and I think we cash this over 137 easy money. Second leg up on the Board Bender Parlay. We're taking the New Jersey Devils plus 1.5. Also tease that bad boy a little bit. You know, I wanted to get involved in this game in some capacity, and I can't let it happen. I can't let it happen. Every expert, every sharp, every this, every that is giving out Boston minus 1.5. Like, they're not even interested in the total. They're not interested in nothing at all. They are giving out Boston minus 1.5, and they're not even thinking about it. Now, I know the last few days they've been the best, but when there is literally 25 people on a given side and these odds are going nowhere and it's doing this, and all I see all morning in my research is more and more people talking about hammering the Bruins on their puck line. And the Bruins have already killed the Devils twice this year, combined score 10-5. I don't know. It just worries me a little bit, and I don't want to be caught with my pants down, not on the other side. So, you know me. Fade me if you want, but when everybody zigs, I zag. Second leg on the Board Bender Parlay, New Jersey Devils plus 1.5. Third leg, another puck line, another puppy dog puck line. Kind of messed around and gave away this one. I don't know where I was going with that whole NHL. I almost gave away this one as well. We're taking the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 1.5. I told you about the odds. This is at minus 140. I saw it. I love it, especially when it's a dog. Sometimes you got to be a little tentative when it's a favorite. I know I said I still love it too, but I love it even more when it's a dog and they're getting this minus 140, minus 150. It's a perfect parlay ad. I'm not saying the Blue Jackets win, but a lot of people are, and I kind of agree with them, but I also will gladly take the 1.5 and just sit back and relax. Seeing this one go to overtime tied 3-3, and then they lose 4-3 and then have a sweat-free plus 1.5 cash. So that's the third leg. Fourth and final leg. We're seeing red, baby. I don't give a damn. I don't care about it. I don't worry whatsoever about the line movement on this spread because I'm not going to the spread. We just need the boys to win it outright. They're home at the UC. They got the vibes pumping. The playoffs are on the horizon. It's time to bring it home. So fourth and final leg, Chicago Bulls on the money line. You parlay all 4 of those bad boys up, you're getting an over 9-1 odds payout, my friends. Let's get it to the pay window. I need one of these. I need one of these to go straight to the pay window. 3 days with none of them. I know they're just a little sprinkle. They're just a little pizza and beer, a little bit of fun, but damn, they're even funner when you get them to the pay window. So let's do it. Let's get it straight there. I'll see you at the cage. Okay, that does it for the Board Bender Parlay of the day. So my friends, take another quick sip. Cheers to you as always. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. I mean, seriously, appreciate the hell out of you guys. Like, I know I don't spread much love and positivity, but, like, for you guys hanging out and spending time with me, like, I love you guys so much. I appreciate the hell out of you spending your time and energy with me, like, all seriousness, that it is more than I could ever ask for. So that's why I show up every single day. No, I show up to chase money and material possessions. That's right. And not to try and make a difference in the lives of others. So, yeah, love you guys. That's it. I'm going to be throwing those all day today. Sorry. Sorry, my fault. 'Tis what it is. Did it just get a little hot in here? No, not for me. Not whatsoever. So we're going to move right along into the best bets of the day. Recap from your boy for this gorgeous March 31st, 2022, Thursday of bets. So please, rip out your sports books, pull out your pens, pencils, and your paper, whatever mode, means, or method you utilize to take stock of my best bets of the day, because my friends, right here, right now, they are live in prime time for this beautiful March the 31st, 2022. Please, so kindly, we're seeing red, turn your attention directly above me for my lone best bet of the day, coming from the NIT final, the college basketball hardwood, the Xavier Musketeers +4, fine with the +4.5 as well. They want to give us a hook, go right on ahead. And then on the opposite side of the screen, you see the Board Bender Parlay, paying out at over 9-1 odds, a little over that, +906. 4 legs on that bad boy. We're taking the Xavier Musketeers against the Texas A&M Aggies over 137. 7.5. Taking the New Jersey Devils plus 1.5 on their puck line. The Columbus Blue Jackets plus 1.5 on their puck line. And the Chicago Bulls on the money line to round it out. I see one straight play and one juicy special play that hopped in a caravan together and are on the way down Payday Freeway straight to Ticket Cashin' County. But before they can make it there, I need you to lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get my today's best bets of the day that are clearly primed for ticket cashing in, or whatever the current best line is on your favorite sportsbook. Come on, let's go! I got a passion for bankrupting, okay? I got a passion for bankrupting. I am ready to bankrupt today, all right? We're bankrupting. Manifested, we're bankrupting. Bankrupting. Okay, there we go. Yep, there. Now we're on the same wavelength. We're all bankrupting. That's what we're doing here today. So there you go. There you have it. One more time for the people in the back so you guys can see it. Thursday's best bets of the day. Okie doke, artichokes. There you go. There you have it. It's time to keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks with the next segment of the day, the Moneyline Dice roll. So, roll of the day. That felt weird just saying that. Moneyline Dice roll of the day, but I didn't want to say of the day again. Next segment of the day, the Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Either way, it's a lot of redundancies. You know the drill. The boys are here, or gals, I don't know. I think they're gender neutral, actually. Gender neutral dice over here. They're live in prime time. Whew, a little dice ASMR for you. How's that? Already told you, and you also see it in the ticker now. The most interesting matchup on tap tonight, Milwaukee Bucks against the Brooklyn Nets, are what the dice have their eyes on right now. Let me make sure so I'm telling you everything right, so we're all on the same page as far as lines and everything go. The Nets are now the 1.5-point home favorite per FanDuel Sportsbook, minus 120 on the money line, and the total is set at 243. It looks like the total is pretty much holding firm. No, nothing to worry about there, and then kind of looks like Brooklyn's selling at that minus 1.5, minus 2. So, without further delay, without further hesitation, we get into the first roll of the day. Home or away will we be taking? The Brooklyn Nets or the Milwaukee Bucks? I haven't a clue. Neither do you, but I assure all of you that we will find out in a 3, in a 2, in a 1. Home team! Home team. Brooklyn Nets. Unofficially, home team Brooklyn Nets. Second roll of the day, money line or ATS. Will we be getting just a little bit chalky? Not really. Just a couple of dimes, minus 120. Or we laying the 1.5 at a nice minus 110 price. I haven't an idea. I probably think you guys don't either. Trying to rhyme there and it just didn't work. But I promise you, we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. ATS. Unofficially, Brooklyn Nets minus 1.5. Final roll of the day. Wild card die, or what we hope is the final roll of the day. Will the die be doubling down? Will they be headed on over to the total to give us 2 tickets to make it straight to the pay window? Or will they need a re-rake shake because of some nonsense today? I haven't a clue. I ensure that you do not either. Dang! I'm usually good at those. I can find a good one right now, but I promise we all find out. Hopefully for the last time, unless there's some funny business in 3, in 2, in 1. Over! Brooklyn Nets minus 1.5 in the over. What's up? Huh? Whoa. The dice have spoken! If you want a guaranteed take 2 tickets to the pay window tonight, not 1, not 3, not 5, not 10, but 2 tickets straight to the pay window tonight, hammer in right here, right now, per the all-knowing, ever-living, albeit inanimate, cubicle objects that be the Moneyline Dice. Hammer in right here, right now. The Brooklyn Nets, -1.5. And the over 243 total points in their matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Thank you, Dice. Thank you, Dice. Thank you, Dice. Okay. Got a little tracking to do here, kids. We'll wrap this segment up and we'll get into nonsense. I don't know. What the fuck's going on? I have no idea. What the fuck's going on? Okay, so 3/31/2022. Let's see here. I'll say MKE, VBKN, and we got BKN minus the 1.5, and and the over 243. Okie doke, artichoke. Oh, also yesterday, Dallas Mavericks. That was the pick yesterday. Dallas Mavericks money line. That cash moneyed. So the dice are 2-1 on the week. As a reminder for you guys. So 2-1. That sure seems positive to me. Going into Brooklyn -1.5 and the over 243 against the Milwaukee Bucks for them tonight. Also, you want your own set of Moneyline Dice, this dope tracking book, maybe one of their MMA judges' scorecards, or any of the other amazing merchandise that they got over there. Don't be scared. Visit the, well, hey, look at that. Perfect timing, right below my face. Visit the link right down there in the ticker, moneylinedice.com. That is your one-stop shop for all things Moneyline Dice. They got everything I mentioned and loads more. If you do go over there, nothing is off limits. Feel free to toss whatever you want in the cart. I do have an offer code for you, rather. If you do end up going over there, enter code TTL10, TTL10 in the offer code. There's a little offer code box there once you get into your cart, and that's going to get you 10% off your first order at moneylinedice.com. So nothing off limits. Once again, code TTL10. You see it down there in the ticker as well. Hell of a time coming right across my face again. But TTL10, get 10% off first order, moneylinedice.com. Okie doke, artichokes. There we go. Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Just a few quick things here from your boy, and we'll go on and get on up and get on out as far as I'm concerned. So, everything is looking good here. All bueno. It's time to switch gears a little bit. Get in the second half of the show, because, you know, I like to be a real human being at the end of the day, too. So let's just open up the floor, talk a little live. You guys want to get in the chat, you want to say anything, hop on in. Couldn't be more than ecstatic to have you in here. Couldn't be more than ecstatic to answer your questions, everything in between. So, my friends, we kick it off with my rants and reactions. Now, nothing crazy. Well, obviously, there's a couple things crazy that I'm going to talk about, but nothing crazy coming out as of this morning. I was just kind of trying to gloss through a few things, see if there was anything late breaking that I could bring you guys. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about, let's see here. Well, okay. Let's see. Okay, perfect. I guess nothing else rocking and rolling. Well, the one thing I want to talk about was Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles and that whole situation in Tampa Bay. Holy shiitake mushrooms. As if you thought the NFL was done with bombshells, yesterday out of nowhere in the afternoon, I wouldn't even say early evening for crying out loud, came out that Bruce Arians is stepping down from head coaching. He's going to the front office in Tampa Bay, and then DC, Todd Bowles is taking over as the head coach. They foregoed Bowles' last 2 years on his defensive coordinator contract and re-signed him for 5 years, I think it is. I don't know how many million, but signed him for 5 years as head coach. So, hey, locked in. I was kind of bummed when I didn't see him move, and I thought, man, maybe they got something in the works over there. Maybe they got, but I was wishful thinking, because I either wanted him or Bieniemy on the Bears. I was really, really excited about the fact that both of those guys seem to be on the move finally here in 2022, but we just didn't end up making a move on him. So, hey, good on Bowles sticking around and moving up into the head coaching position. I think that's only going to make that organization stronger now that BA moves into the front office. He can kind of pull the strings and do some shit and do what he needs to do as far as bringing the players in. And then honestly, maybe he just got too out of touch, too out of style, too old school. That's why we saw some of the issues on the sideline. Now, I'm not saying only AB that's a whole different story, but there's been some issues and some stuff and here and there. And we've heard the Tom Brady stuff and like how they kind of bumped heads, and like now this comes out after Tom comes back. So Who knows? That's just all cause for speculation is all that is. But I just think it makes this organization stronger. And I think Todd Bowles is if this defense already wasn't strong, now I pretty much think that, I just kind of thought about this. I pretty much think that Tom Brady is going to play the offensive coach of sorts. He's probably going to call the plays, and whoever they bring in OC-wise, like, they're just going to work pretty much conjunction, but Tom probably has like 75% to 25% keys to the kingdom, I would say. And then Todd Bowles just going to kind of be in the background, rocking the defense and then doing head coaching stuff. So I don't know. Look out. Tom would not have come back if there wasn't officially unfinished business. And we've seen what Tom Brady has done time and time again. As soon as somebody counts him out in this league, he does it once again. So I would not be surprised to see the Buccaneers make a deep playoff run here in 2022, 2023, make a trip back to the Super Bowl. But that's over 250 days at least away, I think. I have no idea, but what I do know is I'll be getting watered up for that, talking all about it and everything in between. But shout out to Tampa Bay making a solid move there for sure. Todd Bowles is a pickup and a hat. Outside of that, there just really wasn't a whole lot breaking. I mean, we had that last week with all NFL just stuff flying off the shelves. I mean, just all types of different stuff going on. Yeah, I don't really see anything major. I don't really care to talk about fucking Chris Rock and Will Smith because everybody wants to talk about that and give their 2 cents. So I'm good on all of that. I'm just not interested in talking about toxicity and bullshit. Like, I would rather just go into something fun. So yeah, I don't really see anything crazy, anything major. 4 weeks from tonight is the NFL draft, so stay tuned for that. That bad boy is right around the corner. Outside of that, no, I think we can keep it moving. I don't see anything major. I will move into the next segment. If I see anything pop up or happen, I'll definitely let you guys know. But let's move into the next segment of the day. Let's move into the next segment of the day. My Crypto Corner. So first things first, my friends. The NFT space is a very, very, very misconstrued space, is how I'll start this. I don't know. It's simply an investment. It is simply a hobby. And because it is a profile picture, it's all crazy and oh my gosh, But if it was a real life stock or a car, if I was flexing a fucking Maserati on my Twitter, I don't think anybody would have anything to say. So a little bizarre there, but it's really not this whole taboo and scary and oh my gosh, dark world and yes. There are bad people in the space, just like every space. There are rug pulls. Those shit you'll find out. But I'm involved in some very, very, very high-quality, highbrow communities where I get the opportunity to connect with athletes and sports personalities and people who are much, much more important in this life than I, that I was never afforded the opportunity to do before, just by holding a fucking JPEG. Just a picture. That's it. That's all you got to do. And obviously you can see I'm being sarcastic because it's what the fuck. I heard some stuff that kind of blew my mind in some aspects. Picture, if you will. Trip on this for a fucking minute, okay? If you think it's so separate and NFTs are so crazy and Colton's over here doing NFTs and he's nothing about sports gambling. Trip on this for a minute. Picture, if you will. You hold that trading card you love of Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, of Bobby Clemente, whoever you want, name your favorite baseball player of all time, but that baseball player, maybe it's the beautiful baseballers. I don't know. I'm just making some shit up right now. This for the sake of shits and giggles, just play along with me. The beautiful baseballers, right, come out with an NFT collection. It is all of your favorite baseball players from history to the present, and it's one of one unique artwork. Maybe their jersey has some flowers growing out of it, or maybe one has more of a stoner theme, or one has more of a rock and roll theme, or whatever the case might be. You think about your favorite thing and bang, or maybe a foodie theme. One has a foodie theme, or babe eating hot dogs. Who knows? Let your mind spin. Think about how cool that is already. And we ain't even got to the good part yet. Hold on. So you hold that trading card, right? You hold that trading card. Not only does it get you access to the whole doggone community, imagine, you hold this trading card and everybody just shows you love for holding this trading card and only wants you to succeed in life for holding this trading card and not stab you in the back. That's all they want to do is see you succeed in life, right? That's all they want to do. So that's number one. That's awesome. How could you not want that? But then on top of that, amazing community, right? Check this out. Trip on this shit. Check this out. This trading card, every day you hold it, you get $100 in free sportsbook credit. Yeah, your brain's probably oozing out of your ears. Do you even know things like that are possible? Before you start to judge and get ahead and wonder why somebody's doing something that seems fucking insane but really isn't, maybe they're doing it for the benefit of the industry they're already involved in to try and get more people to understand what's going on in this industry, because this industry is really taboo and there's a lot of people doing this. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just being real because that's all I know how to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. All I know, my friends, is that this space is not, it's not scary. It's not, oh my gosh, it's not, if you are a content creator in any form, shape, or fashion and you work on Web 2, you better get with it, Sonny Jim, because Web 3 is going to take you over faster than you knew what the fuck to do, and some of you are just figuring out how to fucking put your face on a camera. It's point blank period. I got involved for those reasons. Maybe if you look at all these athletes who we talk about every single day buying into NFT projects, and we talk about them, and instead of looking at them, maybe we can become equals with them. Whoa. Maybe I was talking with Tim Cook last night. Whoa. Maybe he sees me as an equal, even though he has 30,000 Twitter followers and I only got 2,000. Whoa. That's insane. That's bananas. That's wild. I don't know, my friends. I say my piece. It is what it is. And I guess one final thing to kind of build on that sport. This just came into my head. You know, it's probably nothing that they gave away an NFT, a free NFT, to every single person who attended the Super Bowl. Trip on that. I'll leave you with that. Apologies if it was a little brash, but just heard some shit that just like slapped me in the mouth. And hey, who's ever been watching, whoever hasn't, whoever's been formulating opinions, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I ain't fucking leaving. I'm going to stay right here and I'll keep seeing y'all right around the corner. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep spreading the love, the peace, the positivity. And if that isn't fine for you, if you don't like that, I hope you're seeing my face say this right now, because I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to keep smiling and I'm going to keep loving and I'm going to keep vibing every moment of the day, because I know you thrive off the toxic. I know you thrive off the hate, but I won't let it happen. I won't let it permeate into this show. And all I will do is spread love. So that's all I got to say at the end of the day. Is what it is. Has some shit just needed to get off the chest. And you know, what better spot to just come live in primetime and not hide my face behind an NFT or a PFP like so many others. But here I am. Ain't going nowhere. There you go, my friends. Sorry if that was a little, not much, my fault, my apologies. But, you know, just wanted to say a few things, because I care an immense amount about sports gambling. I care an immense amount about this community. I care an immense about NFTs. I care an immense amount about everything that I'm involved in, and not one thing holds precedent over the other. I'll tell you what holds precedent over everything is showing some love, is showing some kindness, is just being a decent human being. Instead of trying to pick out flaws and find out why somebody's doing something and how it could possibly be wrong, maybe reach out to them and have a conversation about them with it instead of talking in the background. Maybe that person could just be the next best asset you ever came across. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm only just a 26-year-old dumbass that can barely wipe that wart off my forehead every single morning, apparently. So appreciate you guys. Let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. I want to lighten up the mood here a little bit and go into the next segment of the day. Final segment of the day. Something, hey, again, because, you know, I only do this for clout and money. Something I will never stop doing, regardless of where we go, my friends. And that's my motivation minutes of the day. And sometimes Sometimes we got to tackle it from this perspective, because sometimes that's life. Sometimes people, you just got to, hey, sorry, sometimes you just got to grab the bull by the horns, and if it's a bear, you just got to keep riding it until it grabs horns. It is what it is. It is what it is, and sometimes you just got to stand up for yourself, and at some point in your life, you got to plant your feet and make a stand. I don't know. There you go. It popped into my head. That's a random quote I haven't heard for a long time, so there you go. There you have it. But my motivation minutes of the day, my friends, and I guess I've kind of been teasing this this entire time, speaking along this avenue or this aspect, and I don't even really know how to start it or even really how to go, so I'm just going to say it. Money and items are not the fucking root of your happiness. Money, material possessions, bottles at the VIP club, yo, $5,000 Gucci shoes, yo, $500 Mariano's grocery bill. None of that matters. None of that matters. Because last time I checked, they don't bury those things with you in your casket when they stick you 6 feet underground. You know, I used to chase money. I used to chase the clout, the paycheck, everything in between, and I was fucking miserable. Felt like shit every single day. I woke up with anxiety riddled every single day. And if you're hearing me say this and you're dealing with that, please reach out. Jump in my DM, speaking to somebody who has been there before. And again, I only do this for clout and for money. Cool. But my friends, it is so much more than that. And I talk about all the time of chasing a goal or a passion, or don't call them a dream, because that's all they're going to stay. But chasing that passion, everything in between. And if you get involved with that because of the monetary side of things, like the only reason you're chasing that is for the money, when the money comes, you're just going to be a miserable fuck, because that's all you cared about the entire time. And what's important to me, and I've said it time and time again on this show, and it's not bullshit, is the process, not the product. Period. Point blank period. What I learn on a day-to-day basis, doing what I do, getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, staying involved in sports gambling till the bitter end every game is over, and then half and half being involved in NFTs the other half of the night till 2 a.m., rinse, wash, repeat, get up and do it again. I do it because I'm passionate about it. I do it because I love it. I do it because when my eyes open and my head hits off that pillow in the morning, the first thing I think about is how can I bankrupt a book? The first thing I think about is you guys. The first thing I think about is how can I make that next best content that's going to impact the lives of others. And I might not have 1 million viewers. I might not even have 1,000 viewers. So what? If 100 of you tune in and 1 of you are impacted by what I'm saying, I did my job. And there is no monetary amount that would ever take that away from me. I promise you. Promise you. And it shouldn't be the same for you guys either. It should be the same for you guys too. 150% should be. If you feel miserable, just take a second to assess of why you're chasing after what you're chasing, whatever you're chasing after. Like if you're just in life miserable as shit, just like take a 30,000 foot view of like, where am I at? What am I doing? What is the direction of my life and why am I doing it? And if it's not to find a purpose and a passion, and I can truly say, like, I found a purpose in this. I love doing this every single day and coming to you guys and talking on a mic and being goofy and hoping just one of you, like, I don't think about what I'm saying. I just black out and start talking. I'm not even thinking about it now. I just start going, you guys. Like, I just go. I don't put a filter on it. I'm just a real life human being. And that's what I want you guys to be too. I want you guys to see that that's possible. I want you to see that if you have a dream or a passion, that as long as you're in it for the right reasons, there's no reason why you can't attain it. And just because somebody else has some thoughts, there ain't your thoughts. Their thoughts aren't my thoughts. Your brain is not my brain. Their brain ain't your brain. A little delusion, a little persistence, and a little gratitude will take you a long way in this life. And maybe that's what we should be chasing after instead of chasing after all these material things. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wild. Maybe, like I said, I was very monetarily secure in previous positions, but couldn't stand them. So I don't know. That just kind of was on the heart, burning on the brain, melting on the heart, everything I always like to say. But if you're getting into things to chase clout, to chase money, everything in between, because I can guarantee you too, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, them guys, it's bigger than that. Pat McAfee, it's bigger than that. Sure, they're getting fucking goo-wop. Goo-wop! Money you ain't ever thought about in your life. You ain't even good luck. You ain't even. What's the first thing they do? Give it all back. So really, is it about all that money and cash in the bag, as everybody likes to say? Or maybe those people that are flexing all that are really just miserable as shit at the end of the day. Who's to say? Who's to know? Maybe I'm just an average Joe and not shit yet. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I hope you can chase your dreams, your passion, not your dreams, your passions and your goals like that. Find your niche, find your calling, find your purpose. Chase after it and do it like you're trying to cure brain cancer. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day. Okay, my friends. I feel like we got real hot and heavy there at the end of the show. So it's some days it's all love, it's all good, it's all everything around these parts. But I'll always keep pumping the vibes, everything in between. But sometimes I got to get real and I don't know if I hear certain things about certain people that are watching me and then say certain things to other people, and then they don't want to say anything to me. I might as well just say, hey, hi, how you doing? You want to say something? Here I am. I'm not going into nowhere. Hello. So, and sometimes you all know that I'm a goofy fuck by at this point in time. So that's how I hold all of my, everything goes in that same direction. So is what it is, my friends. That sure seems like an episode of the Talking the Line podcast, if you do ask me. No late breaking news. I was trying to see if there was anybody that I needed to shout out for a big birthday. Well, an old friend of mine, not that he's even probably in any capacity watched this show ever in his life or knows that I even do it. Shout out Jacob Kramer. Jacob Kramer turns 26 years old today. My man, holy shit. Long time since I've seen your face, dude. If by any way you do see this or hear this, shout out. Happy birthday, Kramer. Holy shit. Okay, there you go. There you have it, my friends. The episode of the Talking Line Pod. We did a little board walking. We covered NBA. We covered college basketball. We covered NHL too. I gave you my best bets. I gave you the Board Bender Parlay. We recapped them all. Then we dove into the Moneyline Dice roll of the day. They gave you the Brooklyn Nets -2 and the over 243 in that game. Then we talked a little Rants Reactions. What's going on down there in Tampa Bay, Q Gronkaneer land. I had to get a little shit off my chest as far as crypto and NFT and why I do it. And I'm not just like, hey, you might want to ask me about it because you probably, especially if you're in this space. And we talked a little crypto and NFT, and then we did a little motivation minutes, a little what's going on in this world, Chase, how to find your happiness, right? So there you go, there you have it. I could just be crazy at the end of the day, or maybe I could be speaking facts. Who knows? This show, I tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, for myself, you're humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton, Cappin Colt Soroka. I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out, get some picks, get some insights, everything in between, for your likes, your views, your shares, your retweets, your comments, your subscriptions, everything you guys do. Thank you so much. It means the world to me to pop up a show on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook and see views or see a like or see somebody's comment or I put out one thing that I just hope impacts the life of somebody. I don't do it for likes. I don't do it for clout. I want you guys to think on the same wavelength I do. I'm trying to spread a message. I'm trying to spread a message. And some people who you think are the most important ones to you can't even see that shit. So my friends, I appreciate you. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I ain't going nowhere. Your boy's just going to keep leveling up, keep murdering shit left, right, and center, giving them the damn blades, because you know what we do. But for now, my friends, I hope you have a spectacular spectacular rest of your Thursday, unless you have any other plans. And as per usual, my friends, check this out. Let's cash some tickets.